When we first dreamed of recreating the Chola Empire, we knew we were taking on something massive. Because this isn't just another historical game. The ambition was huge to transport players back in time and immerse them in a culture that shaped much of our history. But such a vision came with its own challenges. Imagine walking through streets that haven't existed for 1,000 years. Every door you open, every corner you turn holds a story that no one has heard before. How do you recreate a city when its physical traces have been erased by time?
The biggest breakthrough came from an unexpected source, a British colonial map. This map revealed the exact locations of the house, number of houses around the temple, and even the exact street layouts. When we matched it with ancient records, something magical happened. Thanjavur began to breathe again. And it was the key we needed. We divided Thanjavur into distinct areas, a main city and various villages. Each village has its own unique lifestyle, NPCs performing different jobs and bringing life to these places. The main city features small governing bodies and emphasis on education. That led to many innovations at that period, which includes Parishwara Temple and Kalnai Dam.
One thing we were stubborn about was sticking to architectural authenticity as much as possible, and that extended to every corner of the city. The social hierarchy of the Chola period is represented by the distinct building styles. On one hand, you have rich, wealthy people and landlords who lived in elaborate homes. Some of them even had coconut groves inside their compound walls. Would you believe that? And on the other hand, you have farmers, traders and craftsmen who lived in humble, modest huts with thatched roofs. Once you move to the outskirts of the city, dense forests give way to fishing villages. We just wanted to make sure that every structure, every building told the story of its inhabitants' lives and their livelihoods. The main city is full of life. There are terracotta performances happening in the streets, preparations for the harvest festival happening in another corner, and the markets are bustling with goods from far-off lands, all while the Brihadishwara temple stands tall looking over the city. So much attention has been paid to environmental storytelling. For example, you would see the ground is worn smooth near river areas, showing years of foot traffic. In other places, you would see houses are built in such a way to catch the breeze. These are real architectural details, by the way. You'll also experience different biomes throughout the game. You'll be walking through riverbanks where fertile farmlands thrive. Irrigation channels guide the water, and villages get bountiful harvests. Move further, the land changes. Dry plains stretch out where only hardy crops grow. And that's when we faced our next big challenge.
Thanjavur landscape is predominantly flat. It's a nightmare for game designers who rely on a varied terrains to make an engaging gameplay. So we have to be really creative. Instead of mountains, we created iconic rock-based structures. Our forests and vegetation bring something to the experience. The placements, the biome has to be feel fresh. And in a gaming perspective, everything should be readable and believable one. We developed all flora and fauna in-house. The foliage system we created has something unique that players haven't seen before. And then there's the life that fills this world. We didn't just want background animals. Every creature should matter. Picture this, you're rushing to completing a mission when you encounter a flock of sheep. You either wait there or you just move around and find a new way. And these simple moments bring stories that are unique to you. Using Unreal Engine 5, we are pushing the boundaries. We're trying out new things to add tiny details that pop up on the screen. Example, a detailed landscape, handcrafted assets, everything. And it's worth the effort. As an environment artist, it is a challenge to balance both historical accuracy and make interesting gameplay. And we discovered there was no exact records how the dam was built. So what we did was we studied their construction methods, their architectural style, and bringing that and adding everything, we produced a digital version of it.
Yes, we had to make some compromises. I'd be lying if I said we didn't. We had to adjust and change 10% of the landmarks and structures to make the gameplay interesting. But rest assured, every change has been made with reverence to the history that we are representing. The Cholas were one of the greatest empires in our country. Through this game, we are not just telling the story, but letting you live it.
This wasn't just about making a playable world. It was about making a believable one.